Hello aspirants, welcome to NSIC's Daily Current Affairs for your UPSC exam preparation. In today's session, we will be looking at 5 important developments. We'll break them down to understand exactly what you need to know and how they're relevant for your upcoming prelims exam. So what's on the agenda today? First, we'll discuss the NSIC's upgrade to Schedule A. Then, we'll cover the life of Chandrashekhar Azad, followed by a look at the ASTraM traffic management system. After that, a topic from environment about macaques. And finally, a very important topic from economy, the new GDP series. Before we begin, a quick note for serious prelims 2026 aspirants. If you want disciplined and structured practice, join our iWin UPSC Prelims Test Series 2026 2.0. 58 structured tests, 4 full revisions, GS and CSAT, available in both online and offline modes. The course fee starts from Rs 2,800 only. You can also try our trial pack to understand the quality and standard of our tests before enrolling. And if you are looking for a free All India test series, register for Step Up Prelims 2026. No registration fee, flexible tests, real-time analytics, and dynamic All India rank. Links for both iWin and Step Up are provided in the description. Now, let us begin with today's first topic. Alright, our first topic. The National Small Industries Corporation, or NSIC, has recently been in the news. Why? Because the Ministry of MSME has upgraded it from a Schedule B to a Schedule A CPSE. Now, to understand what this really means, we first need to quickly revise what CPSEs are and how they are categorized. So, first things first, what exactly is a central public sector enterprise? Well, it's quite straightforward. A CPSE is any company where the central government directly holds 51% or more of the shares, and to manage these companies effectively, the Department of Public Enterprises classifies them into different schedules. Now, let's look at the framework. These CPSEs are governed either by the Companies Act 2013 or earlier versions like the Companies Act 1956, or they may be created as statutory corporations through specific acts of parliament. The point to remember for prelims is the nodal authority. It's the Department of Public Enterprises, or DPE, and it falls under the Ministry of Finance. This system of categorizing them started way back in 1965, following recommendations from the Committee on Top Posts. And the original purpose was mainly to decide the pay scales and seniority for the top leadership, the board level executives like the chairman and managing director and other directors. The DPE classifies these enterprises into 4 schedules: A, B, C, and D. Schedule A is for the big players, large-sized enterprises with significant national and strategic importance. Schedule B is for the mid-sized ones. Schedule C is for smaller enterprises or those with niche operations. And Schedule D is usually the smallest tier, often used for initial categorization of new CPSEs. It's a clear hierarchy. So, how does the DPE decide which company goes into which schedule? Well, they look at a mix of factors. There are quantitative parameters, which means they look at the numbers from the last 5 years. Things like investment, capital employed, net sales, profit before tax, and the number of employees. But it's not just about the numbers. They also consider qualitative factors like the company's national importance, complexity of problems, level of technology, and prospects for future expansion. And this schedule directly affects the company's governance structure and the industrial dearness allowance pay scales of its top leadership. So, coming back to our news item, what is the significance of NSIC moving to Schedule A? It's a big deal. It grants the organization greater financial and operational powers, reducing the need for frequent ministerial approvals for large projects. From a prelims point of view, just remember 2 key things. The DPE is under the Ministry of Finance, and the categorization is based on both quantitative and qualitative criteria. Let's move on to our second topic, which is from modern Indian history. We'll be talking about the life of the great revolutionary Chandrashekhar Azad. This is relevant because the Prime Minister recently paid tributes to him on his martyrdom day. Let's quickly walk through the key moments of his life. He was born on July 23, 1906 in Bhabra, Alirajpur, in present-day Madhya Pradesh. The first major event was his arrest in 1921 during the non-cooperation movement. He was just 15 at the time. After being arrested and flogged, when asked his name by the magistrate, he famously replied that his name was Azad, meaning free. His father's name was Swatantra, meaning independent, and his home was jail. It was after this incident that he adopted Azad as his permanent title and became popularly known as Chandrashekhar Azad. In 1925, he played a key role in the Kakori conspiracy, the Kakori train robbery. While others were arrested, he successfully evaded capture and fled to Jhansi. In 1928, along with Bhagat Singh and Rajguru, he was involved in the Lahore conspiracy, which included the assassination of British officer John Saunders to avenge the death of Lala Lajpat Rai. And finally, on February 27, 1931, he was surrounded by police at Alfred Park, now Azad Park, in Allahabad. After a fierce gun battle in which he helped his comrade Sukhdev Raj escape, he attained martyrdom at the age of 24, fulfilling his vow that he would never be captured alive by the British. Now, for your exam, his association with revolutionary organizations is extremely important. He first joined the Hindustan Republican Association, or HRA, under the leadership of Ram Prasad Bismil. Later, after a government crackdown on the HRA, he reorganized it into the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association, or HSRA, serving as a key leader alongside Bhagat Singh. Also, a quick tip for elimination in MCQs, he used aliases. He signed official HSRA statements as Balraj and lived under the disguise of a teacher named Hari Shankar in Jhansi. So, to quickly recap for prelims, remember his connection to both HRA and HSRA. Remember his key roles in the Kakori and Lahore conspiracies. And of course, remember his famous vow that he would never be captured alive by the British. Alright, our third topic is from Science and Technology. It's about a new traffic management system called ASTraM, which stands for Actionable Intelligence for Sustainable Traffic Management. This system has been getting international attention, particularly after former Dutch Prime Minister Dick Schoof visited the Bengaluru Traffic Management Center to study it. So what exactly is ASTraM? It's an advanced AI-based big data platform designed for macro-level traffic management. Unlike traditional GPS applications that only show current traffic, ASTraM acts as a smart traffic engine that provides holistic, real-time situational awareness to city authorities. It was developed through a collaborative effort between the Bengaluru Traffic Police and Arcadis, a prominent Dutch design and consultancy firm. The primary objective of ASTraM is to transform traffic policing from a reactive model to a proactive, data-driven model. It aims to reduce congestion, improve road safety, and streamline incident reporting through automated intelligence. How does it work? It functions in a three-step process. First, it integrates data by ingesting live feeds from CCTV cameras, automatic number plate recognition systems, and other open data sources. Second, the AI engine analyzes this data to identify patterns in both recurring congestion, like daily bottlenecks, and non-recurring congestion, such as accidents or protests. And third, the system batches detected issues and sends automated alerts to relevant traffic officers at 15-minute intervals, ensuring timely and localized intervention. Let us look at its key features. It provides situational awareness through a centralized dashboard that gives a bird's-eye view of the city's traffic health. Its most powerful feature is predictive analytics, which means it can forecast potential traffic chokeholds before they paralyze the roads. It also uses automated bots for quick incident reporting and helps in event management by simulating the traffic impact of large-scale events like processions or public gatherings. For prelims, the key thing to remember is that ASTraM is an AI-based system designed for proactive, macro-level traffic management. Next up, we have a topic from environment. We are going to talk about macaques. This topic came into the news because of a viral story about a baby Japanese macaque named Punch, who was abandoned by its mother and comforted by a stuffed toy at a Japanese zoo. Macaques are a genus of gregarious old-world monkeys belonging to the family Cercopithecidae. There are more than 20 species, making them one of the most widespread and diverse primate groups. Some important ones to know include the Japanese macaque, also called the snow monkey, famous for living in cold climates and soaking in hot springs. Then you have the rhesus macaque, native to North India and Southeast Asia and widely known in medical research. Please pay special attention to the lion-tailed macaque. Its conservation status is endangered, and it is found only in the Western Ghats of southern India. This is a very important fact. The Barbary macaque is the only species found outside Asia, inhabiting North Africa and Gibraltar. Another distinctive species is the crested black macaque found in Indonesia. Now, macaques have several key physical features. They are robust primates with arms and legs of roughly equal length. They possess rounded muzzles with nostrils on the upper surface. A unique feature is their cheek pouches, which allow them to carry and store extra food while foraging. Their tails vary significantly depending on the species. In terms of social behavior, macaques live in troops with strict dominance hierarchies. For females, this hierarchy is matrilineal, meaning a daughter inherits her rank directly from her mother. For males, rank is often determined by alliances and fighting ability. In some species, like the Japanese macaque, there is a phenomenon called the youngest sister rule, where the youngest sister often ranks higher than her older siblings. Young macaques rely heavily on physical touch from their mothers for emotional regulation. This explains why an abandoned baby like Punch may cling to a surrogate object, such as a stuffed toy, for comfort. So, for prelims, the most important takeaway is the endangered status and Western Ghats habitat of the lion-tailed macaque. Alright, we have come to our final topic for today. This one is from economy, and I really want you all to pay close attention because it is extremely important. We are going to discuss the new GDP series. The context here is that the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, MOSP, has officially overhauled India's national accounts, shifting the GDP base year from 2011 to 12 to 2022 to 23 and introducing significant methodological changes. The GDP base year is a standard reference point used to calculate real GDP. By using prices from a specific stable year, now 2022 to 23, the effect of inflation is removed, allowing us to measure the actual increase in production and output of the economy. Why is the base year updated? Because the economy changes over time. New products and services emerge, the digital economy expands, and industrial technologies evolve. So, periodic updates help align India's national accounts with the international system of national accounts. Now let us look at the key changes. The first major change is advanced inflation adjustment. The number of price indicators used has increased significantly, moving from around 180 to around 600. Using specific consumer price index and wholesale price index components, this ensures that real output is not distorted by broad price averages. A very important technical shift is double deflation. Please remember this term. In double deflation, inputs and outputs are deflated separately. For example, in a biscuit factory, the prices of raw materials like flour and sugar are adjusted separately from the prices of biscuits. This prevents profit fluctuations caused by raw material costs from being miscounted as actual production growth and gives a more accurate picture of value added. The next change is enhanced capture of household and informal sector activity. Instead of relying on outdated proxies, the new series uses annual level estimates from the Annual Survey of Unincorporated Sector Enterprises and the Periodic Labor Force Survey. It also introduces new data codes to specifically track the contribution of the gig economy, including delivery partners and aggregator drivers. Another major update is the integration of big data and administrative datasets. Goods and services tax data is used to cross-validate corporate growth and allocate economic activity across states. Data from the e-Vahan portal helps track road transport services more accurately. And data from the Public Finance Management System, or PFMS, provides real-time tracking of government spending. To improve structural consistency, the supply and use tables framework is now used. This helps bridge the gap between production side and expenditure side GDP, significantly reducing statistical discrepancies. Private final consumption expenditure estimation has also been refined using a triangulated approach and aligned with global COICOP 2018 standards. Finally, to smooth out artificial spikes in quarterly data, the National Statistical Office has adopted the proportional Denton method. This eliminates the step problem and ensures a smoother, more realistic short-term growth trend. For a topic as dense as this one, I would strongly suggest you make a simple comparison table in your notes. List key parameters like base year, deflation method, and data sources, and compare the old and new GDP series. It will be very helpful for quick revision. And that is all for today's session. For the full current affairs article and daily current affairs MCQs, visit insightsonindia.com through the link in the description. Also, subscribe to our Insights IAS YouTube channel and join our official Telegram group using the link provided in the description for all free and important updates related to the UPSC exam. Thank you.